Hello everyone, welcome in today to the Coach KJ Carousel Dynasty. Today is the third Saturday in September, so you know what that means. Florida, Tennessee is going to be on the docket. This week, Florida's ranked number 3, coming in against an unranked Tennessee team that is pretty good, so I do expect a challenge from them. They are 2-1 on the season, and I know they're sick of losing to Coach KJ as they are currently 0-2 against him. Last season, they tried to come back, but they still ended up coming up short, losing that game 29-24, and then the year prior to that was a 31-28 defeat at the hands of Coach KJ and the Gators. So they're ready to get their revenge. Our starting quarterback, Dana Garcia's coming out on the field for this one, and he's going to hand it off to Quantel Johnson, who goes up the middle, and he ends up picking up 8 yards and gets hurt on the play. That could be a big loss for this Gators offense. He is so important to us. He is our starter. We have some depth behind him, but man, we would miss him if he's out. Looking across our O-line, David Lucart stepped in and played pretty well along with Hassan White. Our right side of this O-line's been pretty solid for us as we go to Gayassi Blanks, who fills in for the injured Quantel Johnson, and he takes that for 15 yards. He remains in the game, and we go right back to him. This one's a little bit shorter, of course. He only goes for 2, but you can't always get big yards. So Quantel's back in the game. Luckily, he's healthy and he's okay, and we give him that carry, and he explodes for 17 yards. That's a big rush, and it does show that he is feeling pretty well here, considering he got hurt earlier in this one. We throw it there, and that drops to the ground, bringing up 2nd and 10, and Garcia's in the pocket, looking to pass, and down he goes. He takes a sack that ends up losing 10 yards. That was pressure from up the middle. The D-tackle there played really well for Tennessee. So now 3rd and 20, and we got a throw, and that one just missed. It happens. So we had to punt the ball back to Tennessee, and Ty Simpson still remains their starting quarterback, and he's been the only quarterback we've faced so far against the Volunteers. So as a senior, this will be the last time we get to take him on, as he hands it off to Marsh Green, and he fought hard for those 9 yards right there. Taking a look at our starting D-line, Norkeithius Moore stepped in and made an instant impact for this defense. He has been fantastic. Looking at our linebacking core, Nelson Lohman's been really good for us. And on the back end, freshman Max Pierre has stepped up, but Zach Poydras has also played quite well for us, even though he's our number 4 corner. As Ty Simpson tucks the run and gets the first down and more there, and look at these moves he's putting on. We haven't seen that out of him before, as he went for 20. That was a nice play. He's showing some heart here. I'm sure he doesn't want to drop to 0-3 in his career against the Gators, so I understand him fighting and having a little bit of heart as he's looking to pass here on 2nd and 7. He checks it down. That's Lewis getting the reception. He made Poydras miss there. I don't know, man. That was a big mistake. That sets up a short 3rd down for the Vols as they're looking to pass, and they actually run a delay and hand it off. Marsh Green gets the first down on a 5-yard carry. The Vols keep this drive alive as Simpson's going to pass here, and so far he's not feeling any pressure, and he goes down the field and he finds Eric Lewis once again, this time for a 22-yard reception. Rice comes in motion, and it looks like they're going to run a pass out there to him on like a screen, and that one gets blown up. He had nowhere to go. That was just a bad play. It didn't work, man. They tried. But Simpson's going to pass, and he throws it underneath, and look who it is. Zach Poydras recovers and picks that one off, and he might actually go all the way back to the house. It doesn't look like anybody's going to catch him. He's at the 10, the 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. We're going to take the early lead in this one, 7-0. What a play by our defense. Sometimes they got to step up and make plays. So the Volunteers and Ty Simpson get the ball back. Let's see how he responds. First down didn't go well. He ended up losing a yard on a QB draw. 2nd down, they go to Kemp the 3rd, and he has some space over here to the left. He's out to the 40, and luckily, Kewan Hawes gets away from the receiver and is able to push him out. So 1st down, Ty Simpson's looking to pass, and he finds Chaz Nimrod, his number 1 receiver, for 14 yards, and a big play for the Volunteers. Simpson again running a screen. This time it's Marsh Green out there throwing a guy back. That's Akeel Wesley getting tossed out of the yard. So 2nd down, Simpson on a speed option, goes down. Who is it? Norkeithius Moore. This kid's been a big impact player for us. So on 3rd and 8, they throw it over the top. Eric Lewis makes the reception. Kewan Hawes got beat along with Tyler Hayes as Snowden checks into the game, and he completes a pass to Caleb Webb for 15 yards. Now, that wasn't his first play. He actually threw the pass to Eric Lewis as well. He has a little bit of mobility, not a crazy amount, but he does have a pretty good arm when you look at his arm strength and his throw accuracy. He's 85, throw power. Accuracy's weak at 67, but he's looked pretty good so far throwing the balls. He hands it off to Marsh Green, and he goes in for a touchdown. Tennessee ties this one up. We'll have to see how long Ty Simpson's out for and how big of an impact that has on the Volunteers offense. So we take over, looking to get our lead back as we go to Quantel Johnson. He goes for 3 yards. First quarter's winding down here. We want to get some points, though, as we go out to a quick screen to Breland Brown, who only goes for 1. That's going to set us up with a 3rd and 16. Garcia's going to pass. He has Breland Brown open for a first down out to about the 44-yard line or so on a 14-yard pickup. And that is going to bring your first quarter to an end. As, like I said, we're tied 7-7 here in Tennessee. And so far, our defense has been the only reason we have any points on the board. As Garcia's looking to pass, he finds David Hester, who tried to put on a move and couldn't. He goes for 15 yards, which is a pretty good play still, so I can't complain. As Garcia fires and finds Breland Brown, this time for 12 yards and another Gator first down. So we go back to the ground game, which is good to keep that involved as Quantel gets a carry and he takes that for 5 yards. 2nd down and manageable now. Garcia again, we're going to pass it surprisingly. Feeling some pressure and he doesn't get the pass away. He drops it. That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Volunteers defense. And I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch him as he is going down the field to the end zone, taking the lead in this one. That's James Pierce Jr. for the Volunteers. That's a big play, and that could really be a turning point in this game. That's a big mistake by Dana Garcia. You got to keep 2 hands on the ball if you're going to take a hit, and, that'll help prevent turnovers as Garcia is going to hand it off to Quantel Johnson, who can't get away from the linebacker there. He only takes that for 2 yards. So 2nd and 8, Garcia looking to pass. He throws it underneath. That's Kyle Hinder getting the reception and the first down as he crosses midfield with a 12-yard pickup. So back to Quantel on a counter, and that one was blowing up. Tennessee's defense blew our O-line back. You'd like to see us get some more movement over there on the left side as we throw a screen out there to Macario Dorbo, jukes outside, catches his balance, and goes for 10. What a beautiful play right there by Macario. So 3rd and inches, we go to Quantel Johnson. He's hit and brought down. There was 3 Tennessee defenders back there. Nobody blocked. I know it was a delay, but come on, guys. So we go for it. 4th and 1 here. We're going. Gayassi Blanks gets the reception, stiff arms a guy, and fights ahead for a 12-yard pickup. That's what we needed right now. We cannot afford to not get points on this drive, in my opinion, as we go deep down the field to Logan Houston, who's going to take us inside of the 10-yard line with a 20-yard pickup. So now 1st and goal here. Back to Quantel Johnson, and he has a little bit of space up the middle, and he jukes ahead and picks up 4 yards. So 2nd and goal, keep it on the ground. Play it safe. That one doesn't work, though. Josiah Wint got beat to the inside, and that play was blown up for a 2-yard loss. So on 3rd and goal, Garcia's going to throw it to the end zone, and he almost threw another pick. He has to be careful with the ball. That's been my biggest complaint about Dana Garcia so far. He's been very turnover prone. I'm worried that if he doesn't get that under control, we cannot keep him out there starting. As Kewan Hawes picks the Volunteers off as they take over. We got lucky, and now we have a shot to answer, and Garcia has a chance to maybe give us the lead in this one as he finds Breland Brown for a 12-yard pickup, but Breland Brown's hurt. That could be a big loss. He's been really dynamic for us so far this season, so hopefully it's not a long-term injury. As we come out in the gun here on 1st and 10, Garcia's looking to pass. He throws on another interception almost to Jawan Rosette. That could have been another big mistake. He has not been careful with the football, and that's one of my concerns with him. As we go to Quantel Johnson on the ground, he's breaking away down to the 10-5. Touchdown. Florida takes the lead on a 35-yard touchdown run. 17-14. What a big play by Quantel. He doesn't break away very often. That's one of the things I don't love about him, but he was able to do it that time and bust out for over 20 yards. Ty Simpson and the Volunteers take over. Let's see if they can answer us here. Looking to pass, 2 minutes left in the half. They go underneath the Marsh Green. They're out to about the 40-yard line on a 5-yard pickup there. So in the gun by himself now with 5 receivers out wide. Ty Simpson standing in that pocket, and I thought that was picked by Noah Annie-Bognom, but somehow Rice got in front of it and caught it. So 2nd and 5, Simpson looking to pass. That one's just inaccurate. He overthrew his receiver. He was feeling a little bit of pressure, so I'm not surprised that he missed on that one as Simpson's looking to pass here. He goes to Belcher underneath, who gets to midfield. He gets the first down, so that's going to stop the clock. I don't think he quite got out of bounds. So as they go in motion, the clock's going to start running on him. So Simpson looking to pass here. Just about a minute left. He's going to tuck and run, and our defenders had their backs turned. He broke 2 tackles there. Nelson Lohman and Akil Wesley both bounced off of him. That was a nice run. So Simpson again passing, this time going deep to Chaz Nimrod for 6. Tennessee's going to take the lead here, 21-17 with 54 seconds left in the half. Now, the Gators do have a chance to answer, so let's see if Dana Garcia can do that. And instead, he throws a stupid interception to Jamison, who dropped back in coverage. And he's going to take that back to the house. So now we are in a 2-score deficit. It's going to be 28-17 Volunteers. So as Dana Garcia takes over and tries to maybe get points, look at that, man. I accidentally switched onto the receiver and ran him out of bounds. That should have been a big play. So now, 2nd and 10, Garcia throws it underneath to Quantel Johnson, who breaks a tackle, fights and trying to break another one. He only took it for 5, though. We realize this half's over. Let's just get the first down, so that way we can drain the clock, I guess. As Quantel Johnson gets the carry, he only takes it for 4, and the Vols call a timeout, and we decide we're going for this. This game's getting out of hand already. We need to get a big play, as Earl Brown II does just that. He breaks a tackle and gets us up past midfield on the read option. He came in and provided a spark we needed. Now, we think maybe we can get that 3 points again, as Garcia barely gets that ball out of his hands without taking a sack. So now there's just 18 seconds left. Garcia looking to pass. Again, barely getting it out of his hands, man. He needs to make a decision quicker. 15 seconds left in the half for Garcia on 3rd and 10, and he's going to take a deep shot. And I thought we had Norwood open there, and he wasn't. That ended up being picked off, and now we have to worry about it going back to the house again, and luckily it doesn't. But we have 3 turnovers, 2 picks and a fumble here in the first half. That's a really big mistake, and now the Volunteers have a chance to throw a Hail Mary up, and that's what they do. We end up picking it off. I don't know if Adams was in the end zone when he caught that, but we took a knee and somehow they didn't call it a safety, so we'll take it. We're heading into halftime trailing 28-17, so we have some ground to make up in this game. And the biggest thing we have to fix is the turnovers, man. They have been horrible so far. Big game-changing mistakes. So we have more first downs. We have more yards of total offense. We have been better on the ground, slightly worse through the air. We have a terrible 3rd down conversion percentage, but we do have 2 4th down conversions. However, the big thing here is we have 3 turnovers, so do they. The problem is theirs went for more points than ours, and ours were crucial, dumb, game-changing mistakes because they went and took them back to the house. So now, let's take a look at some recruiting news from around the dynasty. We have Tommy Taylor II, a 6'7", 229-pound receiver who's a 3-star. He verbally committed to the Gators. Now we gotta try to hold on to him through National Signing Day. Let's get this second half underway as they boot it down there, and that's a knee in the end zone. So Ty Simpson comes out onto the field to lead the Volunteers. This defense needs a stop in order to keep it from becoming a 3-score game. They stepped up on first down. That QB draw only went for 3 yards. Simpson looking to pass now, throws it out to the sideline, and Vic Belcher takes that for 4 yards. So now it's 3rd and 2. They send Belcher in motion and hand it off to him. I thought we had the edge, but we ended up not getting it. Max Pierre gets him down, but he ends up taking that for 11 yards and getting the Vols a first down as Simpson's looking to pass again, and he goes to Webb, who gets another first down right at the sticks, man. That was a close one. So Simpson looking to pass here, 1st and 10. He's going down the field. He has a man open. That's Vic Belcher, and he's down inside of the 20 with a 29-yard pickup. Simpson in the gun here with the back next to him looking to pass. He feels no pressure, and he goes underneath. That's Eric Lewis for a 5-yard pickup. Turner's going to come in motion here, and this is probably going to be a run, and that's exactly what it is. That was an option play that went nowhere. Max Pierre gets Ty Simpson down for a 3-yard loss. Backing the Vols up to a 3rd and 8, and they run a draw to Marsh Green, and that one's not going to work. He picks up 3, and that ends up being a 4th and 5, forcing the Volunteers to have to settle for a field goal that's up and good, giving them a 31-17 lead here today, about midway through the 3rd quarter. So the Gators take over, like I said, trailing now, and that's going to be an incompletion from Dana Garcia to Logan Houston. So we go on the ground on 2nd down. That's Quantel Johnson picking up just a few yards there. That's going to back us up to a 3rd and 7, which is not a good situation to be in. Garcia looking to pass, feeling a little bit of pressure, and that's intercepted by Wood. That's a one-handed snag, and I think he's going to take that back to the house, and that's exactly what he does. He's going to extend the Volunteers' lead up today. Adam Wood with the pick 6, making this a 38-17 ball game with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Honestly, it's not looking good for the Gators, and it's looking like Coach KJ is going to continue to struggle in rivalry games. They need to get this offense turned around. Dana Garcia is a little bit too turnover prone. He needs to get that under control as he goes underneath and finds AJ Coulter for a 6-yard pickup, bringing up a 3rd and inches that Gayassi Blanks is in the game for. And he converts it. That's a 9-yard pickup, getting the Gators a first down and keeping this drive alive. They desperately need points on this one. Blanks is in the gun next to Garcia, who fires it and finds David Hester, who makes a nice little juke move and picks up 15 yards. Garcia's looking to pass here on 1st and 10. He goes underneath to Kyle Hinder, who gets to the sideline and fights ahead for almost 10 yards. They give him 9.5. So we come out in the pistol and hand it off to Quantel Johnson, who needs just a little bit, and he gets probably 2 or 3 there to get the first down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm losing my voice a little bit here. I'm recording this while I'm still pretty sick, but I need to get it out to you as we go down the field to find Macario Dorba for the 31-yard touchdown. That gets us somewhat back into this game. We're still losing by 2 scores here, so We have a long way to go, but at least it's a little bit closer. We need our D to step up and get a stop here, as that's a throwaway on first down by Ty Simpson. Second down, they go to Marsh Green, who fights ahead for 3 yards. So it's 3rd and 7. We should be able to get a stop here. I think this can get us back in, as Simpson's looking to pass here from the gun, and he finds Webb open underneath. Nobody was covering him at all. He took that for 9 yards and a Volunteers first down. So 2 backs in the game, and they're running speed option with Simpson, and who just keeps it, and he ends up taking that for 9 yards. He's not much of a scrambler, but that worked out pretty well right there. So in the gun with Marsh Green next to him, Simpson looking to pass again. He feels no pressure, and he goes underneath to Rice, who gets the first down, plus a couple with a 3-yard pickup right there. So now 2 backs in the game next to Simpson, and they hand it off to Kemp the third, and he is fighting. Look at that powerful run for 12 yards. He didn't want to go down. That was some great tough running right there. Simpson looking to pass with Kemp the third next to him again, and he throws it to the sideline and finds Eric Lewis for a 5-yard pickup. So coming out in the gun, just 1 back next to him again, Simpson throwing, and that's Belcher wide open. Vic Belcher takes that one for 8 yards. Man, he has a problem. He's been really good against us every year we've played the Volunteers. As Simpson on the speed option couldn't get the pitch away. J.J. White makes the play and drops him for a 4-yard loss. They're going to throw a screen out there. That's Webb, who goes nowhere. That's swallowed up real quick by our defense. So 3rd and 13 now for the Volunteers. Simpson looking to pass, going down the field, and that should have been picked by Akeel Wesley. That would have kept points off the board, but they come out to attempt the field goal. That's up, and no points happen anyway. He misses that one wide left. So the score remains 38-24 as we take over and go underneath to Jaden Norwood for the first down on an 11-yard reception. That's going to bring us pretty close to the end of the 3rd quarter, but we're going to run one more play just to get as many plays off as we can, seeing that we're down 2 scores. That play went for nothing, though. So we ended the 3rd quarter on a bad play, but at the end of 3, it's 38-24. Volunteers leading by 2 scores here. We need a touchdown on this drive in order to stay in this game and avoid the upset as we go down the field and find Logan Houston for a 26-yard pickup. That's a big play to start this 4th quarter as we go underneath on the next one to David Hester for a solid 6 or so yard pickup right there. So 2nd and 4, we're spreading them out and we're looking to pass, and we go underneath again. That's Macario Doorball holding on for 7 yards and a Gator first down. So looking to pass again, 5 wide. Garcia standing in that pocket, firing it, and finds Macario Doorball once again. That one goes for 12 and another Gator first down. So it's 1st and goal, and we go to the end zone, and Macario Dorba couldn't hold on to that one. He dropped it. So 2nd and goal in the pistol. We're going to hand it off to Quantel Johnson, and that's a solid pickup. But that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from about the 5-yard line. 5 wide, Garcia looking to pass, throwing it quick. And that's Ryder Fontaine for his first career touchdown. The true freshman made the play for us when we needed it, making it 38-31 in just a 1-score game. Now our defense just needs 1 stop in this game, and that's it. However, they go to Vic Belcher on the first play for 13 yards and a Volunteer first down. On the next play, it looks like they're targeting Belcher on a bubble, and he catches that one and takes it for 4 yards. Wells comes over and makes the tackle. However, Belcher ends up hurt. That could be a big loss for the Volunteers. So they hand it off to Marsh Green, who's going to break a tackle. He's at the 40. What a nice rush for a Volunteer first down. This Gators defense looks like they're getting a little gassed out there, as that's going to be a broken tackle by Ty Simpson. Luckily, he stepped out of bounds, though. So 2nd and 4, 5 wide. Volunteers looking to pass underneath. That could have been picked, but at least it was swatted down by Noah Enibagnam. So big 3rd and 4 here for this Gators D. We need a stop, and they cannot get it. They go to Webb down the field for the first down. There's 5 minutes left in this game, and it feels like every time we need a play, our defense they can't do anything. As they go down the field, and that's Blake Rice for 20 yards, stepping out at about the inch-yard line. So 1st and goal, they're going to just run triple option, and down goes Ty Simpson for a 3-yard loss. That's a huge play by Josh Stewart. So 2nd and goal, they're going to bring Nimrod in motion and hand it to him, and he goes in untouched on the jet sweep. That's a 3-yard touchdown run. Volunteers retake a 2-score lead. It's going to be 45-31 here. It's going to be hard for the Gators to come back from this one, especially if our defense cannot get a stop as we go down the field to open up this drive, and it didn't work at all. That was incomplete and into double coverage. We need to remember we don't need it all in one play, as Garcia's looking to pass, moving. He throws it underneath, and that just wasn't accurate. He's not great on the move. So big 3rd and 10 here. We need a first down, and that was nearly intercepted by Jordan Thomas. So 4th and 10, we have to go for this. 4 minutes left in the game. Garcia can't get the pass off and takes a sack. That'll pretty much wrap this game up as the Vols go 5 wide, and Simpson, looking to pass, goes underneath and finds Eric Lewis for a 5-yard reception. It's going to be tough for this Gators D to do enough here. Unless we get a turnover, it's over, as that's Webb. I don't know why he dove like that. He made that way harder than it needed to be. But 3rd and 5 now. Simpson throwing a screen. That's Nimrod only picking up 2. The Vols can still settle for 3, though, and, I mean, they're in a good spot. They have a 3-score lead, and this one's going to be over. So, it's 48-31 following that field goal hitting. We take over. What can we do here? Well, we need a big play, so let's take a shot down the field to David Hester, and that's underthrown and picked off. We have 5 turnovers in this one. We pressed way too much. Dana Garcia, he didn't play well today, honestly. So, they're going to go to Marsh Green, and that's pretty much going to be it for this one as he picks up a few yards. They're draining the clock, and honestly, I'm not going to bother trying to call timeouts. There's no point, man. We have 1 timeout. This game's over. They go back to Marsh Green, who throws a massive stiff arm right there and ends up losing 2 still on that play. But they're down to 1:22 left as they're going to go bring Belcher in motion and hand it off to Charles Kemp III for no gain. So it's 3rd and 12, 40 seconds left. They hand it off to Kemp III, who has a big crease up the middle. He can't get the first down, but that is going to be your final play of the game. It's a disappointing ending for Coach KJ, honestly. He has to be careful here. The Gator fans and alumni are not big fans of losing to your rivals, and that seems to be what he specializes in lately, and that's going to be a problem for Coach KJ, and there's going to be some questions about his job security, honestly. And Dana Garcia needs to worry about his security as the starting quarterback after throwing 4 interceptions and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he didn't have a good day. On the ground, Quantel Johnson had a really nice day, and Guyassi Blanks had some carries that were pretty productive, but them turnovers killed us, man. You can't turn the ball over like that and think you're going to win a ball game. That's just impossible to do. Jared Wells had a pretty good day with 2 TFLs. It's hard to say and be proud of anything that our defense did when they give up 48 points. But what are you supposed to do when, you're not giving them good field position and you're turning the ball over to them in excellent field position and, only a few yards will allow points? Honestly, it was just a bad game, and, you got to blame the defense for giving up 48, but at the same time, what are you supposed to do, man? Our offense played horrible, and, that's going to cost you a game, so it's on Coach KJ. He needs to figure this out before this season starts to slip away. Now, this is the first year of the 12-team playoffs, so a loss or maybe even 2 along the way shouldn't hurt us too much, but, fans don't love that, so Coach KJ really needs to figure it out. But wins cure it all, so hopefully this is our 1 loss of the season, and we can learn and grow. Dana Garcia, I don't know, man. He might end up losing his starting job. I haven't been that impressed with him, and I really did like the way Earl Brown II played in the preseason, so we'll have to see. Now let's take a look at our Heisman standings. Matt Hayes at TCU is in at number 1. Followed by Justin Martin at UCLA. Number 3 is Tyler Foster from Georgia. 4 is Isaiah Carlisle from Washington, and 5 is Jashawn Parker, a halfback at South Carolina. Now taking a look at our top 25 polls, Ohio State comes in at number 1, followed by Texas A&M, UCLA, Oregon, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma, Washington, Alabama, and we drop down to number 9, and number 10 is Georgia. Considering we just lost to a team that wasn't ranked, I'm surprised we only dropped to number 9. I'll take it. Definitely not going to complain about it. We did kind of get blown out by them, and Tennessee did move all the way up to number 19 with their victory over us. But still, that's a big, big loss for the Gators, and Coach KJ really needs to take a look in the mirror and figure this out, because honestly, losses like this can't keep happening underneath him. Next week, though, we take on Kentucky. We're the better team, but nothing says we're going to beat them for certain. We haven't played well. We did not play well today. We put up a lot of points, but we had a lot of turnovers, so we'll have to see if we can get this ship righted. I just want to thank you guys real quick for watching, and about halfway through this episode when I was recording it, I got sick, so the second half, I'm pretty sick while I'm trying to do the voice for it over the last few days. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to keep trying to get them out to you. It's going to be a little slow until I get better, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and I'm out.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car, wake up in a bar.